funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 action movie mistakes spotted by the fans.
Possibly not my finest hour. I'd like to have that one back.
For this list, we'll be looking at fun and silly mistakes that have been spotted in beloved action flicks. Did you notice any of these yourselves? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Dwayne Johnson's goatee. Fast and Furious 6. Beginning in Fast 5, Dwayne Johnson started playing Luke Hobbs, an agent of the Diplomatic Security Service who shares a rocky relationship with Dom Toretto.
We find them, we take them as a team, and we bring them back. And above all else, we don't ever let them get in the cars.
Hobbs has a few distinguishing physical characteristics, including his massive muscles and goatee. But for just one scene in the 6th film, this goatee mysteriously disappears. While Hobbs is driving and speaking to Tej on the phone, Hobbs is completely clean-shaven.
All right, let's cross-reference that with all of Shaw's military targets. I guarantee you one of them's gonna match.
Yet in the very next scene, the goatee has reappeared. This scene was likely filmed during a reshoot when Johnson had already shaved the goatee for another role. You better believe that the muscles are still popping though. Number 9. The self-repairing Porsche. Commando. One of Arnold Schwarzenegger's most gloriously 80s movies, Commando sees the icon playing John Matrix, who seeks to rescue his kidnapped daughter from Captain Bennett.
When Matrix finishes the job, he'll be back for his daughter. Now whether she's alive or dead, doesn't matter. Then he'll be after you.
In one of the movie's key scenes, Matrix chases a man named Sully, who is driving a yellow Porsche. It's a beautiful car, but it's totaled when Matrix bashes his vehicle into the driver's side door.
My car!
After dropping Sully off a cliff, Matrix climbs into the visibly destroyed car. But just seconds later, Matrix drives away, and the door is completely repaired. In fact, the Porsche looks like it's fresh off the showroom floor. There's not a dent or even a speck of dirt on her. Number 8. The sudden name change. Die Hard. This action classic is praised for its realism. Well, it's relative realism.
After all your posturing, all your little speeches, you're nothing but a common thief.
I am an exceptional thief, Mrs. McLean, and since I'm moving up to kidnapping, you should be more polite.
John McClane is not some action hero a la Arnold Schwarzenegger, but a flawed and normal guy who is going through a relationship hurdle with his wife, Holly.
In other words, you thought she wasn't gonna make it out here, and she'd come crawling up back to you, so why bother to pack, right?
You said you're very fast, Argon.
Holly invites John out to LA with the hopes of a reconciliation, but John is quick to notice on the office computer that Holly is now going by her maiden name, Holly Gennaro. When John first sees the name Gennaro is spelled with an A, but after he presses the screen it suddenly changes to the correct spelling with an E, poor Holly just can't land on a name. Number 7. Where Are We? Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Oh yeah! Hell yeah! He's back! He's alive! Optimus is here!
One of the climactic fights in Age of Extinction takes place in Hong Kong. Yet eagle-eyed viewers noticed a particularly famous skyline in the background, and it certainly wasn't Hong Kong's.
You promised me human intelligence. Or is there such a thing?
As Tessa runs towards Optimus Prime, the Willis Tower, or Sears Tower for the locals, can clearly be seen in the background. This towering black skyscraper is the most famous building in Chicago, and it has been ever since its completion in the mid-70s. In fact, the filmmakers never actually set foot in China. Detroit was used as Hong Kong, and other scenes were filmed in a Chicago convention center called McCormick Place.
What do you think being human means? That's what we do. We make mistakes.
Number 6. The self-repairing windshield. Twister.
Is there an F5? What would that be like?
The camera then immediately cuts away, and the windshield is completely repaired. It's possible that the shattered windshield was a genuine accident that made its way into the movie. Unfortunately, it resulted in a glaring continuity mistake.
Joe, things go wrong. You can't explain it. You can't predict it.
Number 5. That's a slow countdown. Armageddon. As if the prospect of an asteroid barreling towards Earth wasn't exciting enough, Armageddon added a literal countdown to the mix.
Come on, guys. We gotta come up with something realistic here. We got 18 days. That's 431 hours, 15 minutes, and 18 seconds. Time's a luxury we don't have.
It's called the Zero Barrier, and once it's crossed, Earth is doomed. One of the many glimpses show the Zero Barrier being 5 hours and 12 minutes away. A few minutes later, an Air Force sergeant commandeers a NASA terminal.
Sir, I need you to cease and desist. I need your terminal now.
As he's doing so, the clock in the background clearly reads 6 hours and 49 minutes. 6 hours is still cutting it close, but at least the asteroid was nice enough to suck itself back through space-time.
You and your men are the biggest mistake in the history of NASA.
Number 4. Schwarzenegger's double. True Lies. As tough as Arnold Schwarzenegger is, even he needs a body double for more extreme stunts.
Ask me a question that I normally would lie to.
Are we gonna die?
Yep.
I'd say it's working.
Unfortunately, this stunt double is glaringly obvious throughout much of True Lies. Usually stunt doubles are hidden through camera angles, editing, and a vague resemblance to the actor.
Very good. You recognize my style.
You're a natural at this.
But not this one. This double is often seen in full view, and he looks absolutely nothing like Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is especially obvious during the opening shootout in the snow and when Harry is riding on a horse in front of the hotel. Thankfully, these shots only last a second, but they are some very distracting seconds.
All right, Twinkle, tell us what's your exit strategy.
I'm gonna walk right out of the front gate.
Ballsy. Stupid, but ballsy.
Number 3. The Stomach Scratch. Die Another Day. This entire film is a fun mess, and that extends to the continuity mistakes.
So you live to die another day. Colonel.
At last. I was beginning to think you'd never guess.
The movie's climax sees Agent Jinx Johnson take part in a sword fight with Miranda Frost. During the fight, Frost slices through Jinx's tank top and makes a bloody gash on her stomach. This moment is even shown in slow motion just to draw the point home. And then we get to the ending. It contains one of the greatest puns in Bond history, and also one of its worst continuity oopsies. Bond is playing with diamonds on Jinx's belly, yet there is no sign of a recent slash, or even a scar.
I really have to get these back.
Still the good guys, huh?
Number 2. Tran's Shirts. The Fast and the Furious. Johnny Tran only appears in the first Fast and Furious movie, serving as a rival of Dom Toretto.
Toretto! SWAT came into my house, disrespected my whole family because somebody knocked me out. And you know what? It was you.
One race has Tran facing off against Jesse in his Honda S2000. After pulling up next to Jesse, Tran lowers his window and can clearly be seen wearing a black-sleeved shirt.
Who are you racing? Jesse, don't do it.
We get various glimpses of Tran from this camera angle, which makes the sudden mistake all the more jarring. When the camera switches to the front of the car and shows Tran through his windshield, he's wearing a thin tank top. He wears this tank top throughout the remainder of the race.
Too soon, Junior.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Camera Operator. Speed. This movie is famous for containing its action to a city bus, but it also contains a few other set pieces. including a subway fight and an elevator hostage crisis that opens the film.
All right, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Below floor 30.
To help save the hostages, SWAT members Jack Travin and Harry Temple make their way to the building's roof. As Jack runs past a pane of glass, a camera operator can be seen reflecting in the pane.
No, we just take them out of the equation.
The glimpse is over in a millisecond, so it's amazing that someone noticed it in the first place. But there they are, standing behind the camera and clearly filming Keanu Reeves as he runs. And this is why filming with glass is an extremely tricky undertaking.
Well, you felt you needed another challenge or something?
Did you enjoy this video? And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Check out these other clips from Peak 22.